Hello Aries, how you doing? I'm here with your June monthly general guidance advice reading, okay? Okay, man, I need to take a hit real quick, okay? So yeah, Aries, appreciate it. Is that a sign? Okay. Well, your first card that you're coming up with is abundance. Now, this abundance is abundance. It just is. So the next card that came up is Grizzly Bear and Power. I didn't read that part. I didn't read the little storyline, but I did read Grizzly Bear and Power. So over here, the combination of all of this scenario and the significant importance within the message once I get to the tarot cards to translate is under this hedgehog love. Positive, uplifting new friends. I don't know if uplifting new friends mean that they're coming your way or you going to be doing it, because you got to think hedgehogs live down and up, comes up a lot. Alright? Or do they live on the surface top? Do they live in the laws of the trees? I know they have some type of cave enclosement type environment. I know they can ball up hedgehogs for protective reasons. They could turn into a nice little ball. So what I'm saying is, what I'm feeling anyway when it comes to this energy, especially with the grizzly and the power that's here with that bear. Sorry for the pause of the break. I got preoccupied. What I was trying to say is that grizzly bear and power, without reading the translation on the card, with abundance and a hedgehog, this feels like the kind of energy of self-centered. It feels very self-centered. And it feels like gambling. I don't feel luck in it. So what I'm saying, I'm not saying it's good or not. I'm just saying I'm not feeling gambling from the part of you might hit big on the lottery. I'm not saying it's not. It could be a luck, a flip of a chance, depending on the way the energy rolls to you. Especially with the hedgehog. Because they are a very unique species that do know how to navigate very well. They have a good instinct aspect, hedgehogs do. So, you know, they are hamsters. I think hamsters and all of them is in the family of a hedgehog. It's just from domesticated, non-domesticated type of thing. But the adaptability is very good with hedgehogs. Now, grizzly on a chance is kind of alright. It could be moody. I think it just depends on how nature involves them in it. How, you know, they communicating with nature as they move around and progress. And you're talking about on the abundance side of it. So the thing with abundance being here for your energy is the self-centered. It goes back to self-centered when I'm with abundance. I feel something about self-centered. Not sure. But let's get into these cards and see what's going on. We're going to start with abundance over here, okay? Can I have 4 cards, please, for abundance? One more card. So, I guess it is. So, right here, what it came out is the first 2 cards of real deep concentration is Emperor and King of Pentacles. So, what is going on, Aries, is this is a karmatic energy. I guess that's why I was feeling the self-centered. This is karmatic. What do I mean by karmatic? There has been something during this lifeline that you live in, this current reality that you live in, where something was making you feel like a chosen one, important, successful, whatever. This line is on this lifeline of success, pleasure, making a deal. That's where that gambling came from. It's a deal making, whether you want to say a good guy, bad guy, devil, Satan. I mean, those names really don't matter to me, but they might matter to you. And the reason I'm using them is because I'm trying to put us into some kind of chord where you can understand what I'm saying. So, during this lifetime, even if it was simple about you did something through manifestation, you still made a deal with manifestation, whether it's on a self-centered part that you believe you embody that, and you know, that goes to the chosen one and all of that self-centered type of stuff. Now we got the High Priestess and the Chariot that's also here. Now understand the King of Pentacles is in reverse. And I think that really does have something to do with this High Priestess and this Chariot. And what I mean by that is the Chariot is what gives me the feeling of the karma. This is a remake of the deal. And this is one that's going to break down your ego. It's going to transform that self-centered aspect of you. At least it's going to be beginning. In the month of June is definitely going to be beginning. How conscious you are really depends on how deep in that ego you are when it comes to it, and how you interpret a message to be positive or negative. Because, you know, if you feel like I'm giving you bad news, or I'm a hater, which, you know, I'm a toxic person or something like that, well, you're going to take this with a grain of salt. If you think on the otherwise that I'm a halfway decent person and good and all of that, then you basically going to take it because you know that there's more to the goal that you're trying to achieve. You know that there is a process, there's steps, there's organization, and so forth and so on in that category that's going to have you achieve and maintain this certain status in an adjustable type of way. So I think that's why it's all about abundance, because it's representing that lifeline of your success, your chosen, your self-centeredness. You know, even if your success seems to be horrible on your behalf, it still has to do with that one thing. It don't matter whether it's good or not. It's just a karmatic thing that's inside of that lifeline, and you've been on it for a while. And it's about to, that lifeline is getting hit like with an asteroid, a torpedo, a satellite, a gun, a car, an airplane, whatever thing you want to use that gives you an impact, that lifeline is about to get impacted. So now let's go over here to this grizzly bear and power. Let's read what it said. Okay. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. Well, I think that really does go good with the ego aspect of it, because when I was breaking it down on the positive and the negative way you're looking at me, that is all in those words. You know, they are empowering words. And it also goes great with the lifeline, because your lifeline is indestructible, because this reality is indestructible, because the reality is created by the assistance of Earth. It's not just about humanity. It's so many other things that created, which is more indestructible. So coming from the point of power, which is part of this card, power is indestructible in itself. And when we're talking about the self-centered aspect, that gives us some sense of power. Whether the power make us depressed or happy or judgmental or whatever it transforms us to be on the level of success we are on, it is what it is. So, oops. Let's go over here and get 4 cards for the grizzly bear, please. Thank you. Four cards for the grizzly bear. Okay, you got an interesting clarification set. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. This is a secret message. It's a secret message and a yes. Meaning, it's a secret message, and to describe where this position of this energy assists this abundance, it's a secret message. It's a secret door, window. It's a secret outlet. Meaning, the way that you decipher it, okay, this is the way I'm going to put it. Imagine yourself being in a space that you could see the detail of at least 10 doors. And you was in the center of these 10 doors. These 10 doors could be in the form of a circle, a square, a triangle, whatever symbolism that you see it. It could be in the form of a cross. But regardless of it, you standing at the position where each one of those doors is visible to your eyesight. Each one of them is visible to your eyesight. And the thing is with this, how it relates definitely to power and the grizzly bear. Because on the reality side, being in this predicament, the curiosity is going to be strong based on what is the question that makes you have to walk through one of these doors? Or what is the situation that's going on that's making you walk through these doors? Is it more of a crossroad? Nah, sorta, and sorta not. Because usually a crossroad don't give you this many options. But we could say, because this is a abundant situation, we're going to say it's more of a real bigger crossroad. Like, you might want to see 9 of Cups or something. But using the tarot that we be using the number 7, 7 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, and, you know, things like that. But I'm just saying you got to step out of that. And I think that's what that 9 of Wands, that Knight of Wands is representing. The Knight of Wands is representing the confusion and the pleasure that's in this situation. And it's gonna, and you say, I honor my intuition. What this card says, I honor my intuition, go where it leads. That's the crazy part, and that's the grisly part. And it's also the power, because your power is binding within a karmatic situation. So meaning that it can, where also what you have in the Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands here, well, definitely the Ace of Cups, where it could definitely put you into that situation of keeping you where you self-centered, right? And you walking through the door that maybe is meant for you to walk through, but you just really wasn't ready to take on that level of responsibility or consequences or dedication or devotion or whatever the right word might be once you get through that door. So it's a lonely kind of situation. And it's lonely to the point that no matter who comes your way, everybody that come your way has something to do with the doors that you see. You just can't see what door they coming from. And that's where that Ace of Wands is at. It's like you have those people that you trust so much. You're either going to get an attitude after the fact and feel like they betrayed you, you know, on the fleshly form of it. Something, and you don't like the end game or the consequences behind everybody's situation, everybody input, and you chose one person just sound more better than the other person felt you, and it made you feel better to take this chance because of the way that it was presented. But that's no here nor there. I'm just saying everybody is going to come your way. It's like you got so much help that at the same time you don't have help. It's very wicked. And that's how power works, though. So let's go over here, Aries, to the hedgehog. The hedgehog love. And let's get 4 cards over here to see how abundance, grizzly bear, power is a combination energy that stands out with hedgehog love. Okay? So we're going to get 4 cards here. And this going to also be included in helping me recap, because this is the last phase of the message. Okay? 3 more, please. One more, please. Interesting, interesting. So let's talk about it. We have the Emperor that was in the beginning of it, right? We have the Emperor that has showed back up. We also have the Chariot, which has showed back up. Okay? So, what's up top, or what preceded the Chariot, was the Three of Swords. I think that Three of Swords is just going to go exactly with the three aces. You got the Ace of Pentacles, you got the Ace of Cups, and you got the Ace of Wands. That's a neat way of representing it, because it depends on whatever way you want to interpret the Three of Swords as yours. And then there's also my opinion of what the Three of Swords is, and it's just saying that what you feel, your senses of feeling, your sense of sight, and your sense of taste is three basic senses that is going to also influence the decision that you make. Now, the thing is, with the one with the taste, I know you might be trying to figure out how taste got something to do with it. Taste is a pleasurable sense. When we taste something that tastes good to us, we have a pleasurable reaction up inside of us. And that's what Wands is bringing in, that pleasure. So that's why, in the metaphoric way of it, is your sense of taste. Now, if you're using your sense of taste, your sense of touch, and your sense of sight all combining together, well, it's going to produce what? Some kind of reaction, and they go to Chariot. And what's following the Chariot is the Queen of Cups. So, we talking about the main key thing up inside of here is to sit here and go through the whole recap of it. Okay, Aries? This energy is talking about a situation that's going to occur. And in this situation, one thing that you could bet yourself on is your emotions is your lethal weapon. It's your lethal gas. It's your chamber of death. It is. The way you perceive things, the way you hear those things, and I know I told you that there's going to be people that come. But see, the thing is, you could be eating dinner with somebody and having a conversation. One, your sight is going off because, yeah, you focus on this person and you having this conversation. So even though your ears of hearing is going off, your sight is also going off. Now, what you focus your sight on, whether it's on your plate or whether it's in that person's face, is a different thing. That's why sight is important. Because if you're not looking at them, then shit, hearing is almost like being deaf or being blind. So sight still will come first. Now, the thing about the feeling and the touching of it is the fact that it grounds you like gravity. Okay? So, like I said, you having this could be a conversation over dinner. And this person said something that stuck to you. That's like one aspect of it. That's the Queen of Cups. That's that emotion that's going to be there no matter what. That's why it's like your dagger in this situation. Now, because this is such a saga type of situation for real, Aries, it is very much of a saga. It's very self-centered. But it's all about karma at the same time. And because when we on a successful path, let me bring in why success is still a key component, because we still have the Emperor that's here also, right? And we have the Ace of Wands. So the thing about success being important on the karma aspect of it, right, is we share our success with who we want to. So that's definitely all about that sight, that taste, and that feel. Even if the feeling is you rubbing your body and thinking about what deed you have done, it's still touching. And that's all in a point of success. Wherever you've been working on, wherever you've been at, in those factors, up or down, high, low, it's important to know that that factor is about to change. Only you can determine which way it's going to go. And you're going to walk through one of those doors because you're still living. Good luck.